Another Brick fan with a look at the Harry Potter sets that were officially revealed last week. I know I'm a little behind, but I thought I'd give you my thoughts. 8 Harry Potter sets were officially released on LEGO's website last week. 3 of them are available for pre-order. So let's go ahead and take a look through some of these sets. First is 76386, which is Hogwarts Potion Mistake. It includes 217 pieces, 4 minifigures, and will cost about $20. Here's a quick look at the set overall. And as you see, Hermione's got a cat head there because she had cat hair in her Polyjuice potion, if you've watched the movie. So I think this looks really good. It's interesting to see Harry and Ron in Slytherin robes. So there's a couple of good things about that. You get some more Slytherin characters with the short legs because this was in the second year of Hogwarts. It does come with 2 of these little random tiles for the wizard cards that come in the chocolate frog containers. So that's interesting. And as you see, it has the golden Harry Potter. Here's a close-up look at the golden Harry Potter. I think this looks pretty good, and it's interestingly not entirely gold. So it is done in this pearl gold color, it looks like, but there is some highlights in what almost looks pink to me with the striping and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. Here's a little action feature it looks like. So as you recall, the bathroom, which is Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, also had the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. Interestingly enough, this set is designed to connect to the Chamber of Secrets set, so you get kind of the full effect where the bathroom that goes down into the Chamber of Secrets. So that's going to be pretty cool. Here's a quick look at the different minifigures and their transformations. As you can see, Harry and Ron have the Crab and Goyle expressions on the back of their heads, but they do come with extra hair pieces, which are different. And then Hermione comes with this cat head mold, which I think looks pretty good. And of course, on the back of the box, you see all of those other items here. And there's a lot of good little accessories in here. I think this is a really good $20 set. Next up, we have 76387. This is Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter. It includes 397 pieces, 4 minifigures, and will cost about $40. This set includes a buildable Fluffy, which we'll get a closer look at here in just a minute, but I think it looks really good. Golden Hermione Granger, and 2 random wizard cards. So just to address those wizards cards pretty quickly, here's a close-up of the wizard card. So as you see, it looks like it's a 2x2 printed tile, and there will be a different wizard in all of these. So there are a bunch of these. I don't know that I like the random element of it. It sounds like it's going to be pretty difficult to get all of them, and we don't even have an idea what all of them are or how many different ones there are. It looks like there's about 19 or 20 of these available in the 8 sets. And being truly, so I'm not sure if you get all of, if there's 19 of them total, and do you get them all if you buy all of the sets? It's not clear on that yet. I'm afraid that you might not get them all even if you buy all of the sets. So it's going to be interesting to get more information on those. So taking a look at the box art here, you see a little closer view of Fluffy. Of course, it's got the harp, which is what was used to put Fluffy to sleep. He goes to sleep when music is played. It is modular, so the tower here does disconnect from the main section here. And here is a close-up of Hermione. Just like Harry, she's done in this pearl gold with some pinkish highlights there in the pearl gold. So that does turn out to be a really nice figure. It's going to be nice to have all these golden figures as part of your collection. Here's a close-up view of Fluffy, who is Hagrid's 3-headed dog and was the first guard or first obstacle you had to get past in order to get to the Philosopher's Stone. Looks like the heads are different molds for each head, it looks like. And it looks like they're on ball joints, so they'll have a lot of articulation. And the legs look like they have at least 2 articulation points, at least on the back legs, maybe on the front legs as well. So that should be a really nice piece when it's all built up. Taking a closer look, I really do like the modular nature of this little set. The way it's designed is you can reconfigure it in lots of different ways and actually Most of these Hogwarts castle type sets seem like they can all be put together, so you can arrange the castle and build it in a modular way, which I think is pretty cool. And a nice feature of these 2021 sets. Taking a look at the minifigures, we see the three main characters, which is who we would expect. So we have Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and then the Golden Hermione, which we showed you earlier. If looking on the back of the box, you see some of the action features highlighted, and it shows that alternate configuration we just talked about earlier. Next up, we have Hogsmead Village Visit. This includes 851 pieces, 7 minifigures, and it's going to cost about $80. I think this is a great price point, and it kind of fits in with the other Harry Potter sets where you get a whole bunch of minifigures and a bunch of pieces for a really good price. Thinking of the Astronomy Tower from last year was one of those sets where I felt you got lots of minifigures and good amount of pieces for a reasonable $100 price point. So I thought that was really great. This is also in that same realm. Looks like a lot of stickers, but we do get the 3 broomsticks and honeydukes, so 2 buildings. They look like they're about 6 to 7 studs wide, which is decent. And I think you're going to get some nice interior as well as exterior features. I think that one of the best things about this, though, is they're going to be able to add other Hogsmeade buildings moving forward. They could have another Hogsmeade set just like this with different characters and different buildings, which I think would be a really great thing to get on an annual basis. This set comes with a golden Ron Weasley, which we'll look at closer here in a second, and 4 more of those random wizard tiles. Looking at the box here, it's got a really good display of the 2 buildings here, as well as some of the other buildings kind of drawn in the background. Like I said, I fully expect, or I would like to see, more Hogsmeade buildings come out in additional sets. Here's a quick look at Ron Weasley in his golden minifigure form. Once again, looks a lot like Harry and Hermione in the color scheme, and turned out to be a pretty good looking figure. Here's a quick look at the back of the buildings. As you can see, they have enough space in there to put some minifigures in place. It looks like it's about 5 to 6 studs of interior space, just at a quick glance. Looks like lots of stickers in this set, but I think looks like they're used pretty effectively. Looking at the minifigures, you see the golden Ron Weasley there, and then next to him is Mrs. Flume and her husband Mr. Flume, who run Honeydukes. We have Madame Rosmerta, who runs the 3 broomsticks. And then we have Professor McGonagall without her witch's hat, so it's nice to see her hair in this one. We also have Dean Thomas and Harry Potter. Moving on to 76389, Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets. This includes 1,176 pieces, 11 minifigures, and will cost about $130. Once again, I think this price point is really good. It does sound high, $130, but you get 11 minifigures, which is great. You get the buildable basilisk, as you see down in the bottom right-hand corner here. And then you get almost 1,200 pieces in this set. You also get a golden Voldemort. You get a couple of pixies there in those new blue molds. Those look pretty interesting. And then you get 6 of the random wizard tiles. Here is the box art with all of the different characters and stuff. I like the snakes that you see in gray, and then it looks like they're either dual molded or have a trans green insert in them, so those look really nice. And then of course the little pixies there are in a trans blue mold. And once again, this is modular, so it can be moved around. You can rearrange some of the pieces and parts. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But here is Voldemort in his golden form. Once again, some of that pink coloring there used for highlights. He does have that robe piece instead of minifigure legs, so that turned out very nicely. Looking at all the minifigures, so we start with Voldemort there on the far left, and then next to him is Nearly Headless Nick. And then we have Tom Riddle, Gilderoy Lockhart, Dumbledore, Aurora Sinestra, who I had to look up. I didn't recognize her. She's a little-known character, but she is the professor of astronomy. She's the one that found Justin Finch Fletchley when he was petrified. Next to Aurora is Harry Potter, then Ginny Weasley, then Colin Creevey, Luna Lovegood, and then finally it is Justin Finch Fletchley. Lots of really good selection of minifigures, and you get 3 out of the 4 houses here, which is nice to have the torsos for the different houses. The ones you get mostly are Slytherin and Gryffindor, of course. As you can see here on the back of the box, it does show that modular nature of this set, so you can go ahead and rearrange it however you choose to, which I think is a great use of these parts and a little bit of a departure from what they've been doing with the Hogwarts stuff. But I think this set might even connect into the Hogwarts sets from previous years. It's going to be interesting to see if it does or not. Moving on to 76392. This is Hogwarts Wizard Chess. This includes 876 pieces, 4 minifigures, and it's going to cost about $60. It includes a golden Professor Snape, and then the 3 main characters, Ron, Hermione, and Harry Potter. You can also see that there are 3 wizard tiles included with this. I think this is going to be a really popular set. I know I've purchased the Lego chess set before. It was about $59, so I think it's fitting right in there. Doesn't seem like you're paying a big premium on this. It looks like you do get a complete set pieces, even though Ron and Hermione and Harry played particular pieces in the movie. So it's nice you could just play it as a normal chess set. So I think that's a really great part of this item, and I think it's going to be popular for that. Here's the box art, which I think looks really good. They've got the chess set kind of set in that dungeon setting there. This is the golden Snape, and I think the hairpiece is certainly Snape's hairpiece, and the headpiece is right as well. I don't know that it really shows off the robes as I normally expect from Snape, but it is pretty recognizable as Snape, and I'm curious if any of these golden figures have alternate expressions, so we'll see. As you can see, the chessboard is a little over 10.6 inches or 27 centimeters square. And it, of course, has all the appropriate number of squares. So it looks like a regulation chessboard for the most part. Closer look at our minifigures. I like the fact that they're in kind of their casual clothing. It looks like Harry's sweater is a little torn up there and showing his blue shirt from underneath. I like the green sweater for Hermione. And then Ron is wearing, it looks like, kind of a striped jacket there. Next up, we have 76393. This is Harry Potter and Hermione Granger, and these are essentially buildable minifigures. This set includes 1,673 pieces, and it's going to cost about $120. So the price per piece count is pretty good. I'm not sure. It looks like there might be quite a few small pieces. And it's interesting that these were the 2 characters that were picked. But if these are successful, I expect a lot more of these are going to start coming out. Looking through some of the other pictures, so first here's the box art, which stays consistent. I do like they have the wands there on top, as you can see. I think those turned out quite well. Of course, is the back of the box with a couple of additional pictures and then some sizing for the figure there. And as you can see, it does attach directly into the hand of the minifigure. They've got, looks like a 2x2 plate there, and then this is the 90-degree 2x2 plate there to help it attach. And it does have the same articulation as a minifigure. I doubt the head will turn, just by looking at least with Hermione's hair would prevent the head from turning, but the arms move up and down, so there's an articulation point there at the shoulder, just like a minifigure, and then the legs will move back and forth at the hips, just like a minifigure as well. So they're essentially a giant minifigure. Next up, we have 76394. This is Fawkes, who's Dumbledore's Phoenix. It includes 597 pieces, 1 minifigure, Dumbledore there, and the Fawkes mold, which is a newer one, I believe. And it's set to cost about $40. This is a lot like the Hedwig model we got from last year, so the pedestal is similar, although this one's more rounded, where the one for Hedwig is a square base. But then there's the column at an angle with the cranks there, which I'm sure are going to move the wings, so I would expect the wings to be built similar to Hedwig and have those 2 articulation points, which make it look pretty realistic when they move. So I am looking forward to this piece. I thought the Hedwig one was very good. Here is the box art with a slightly different angle of Fawkes there. So you see some good coloring and a lot of use of those small quarter rounds to make up the look of Fawkes. Here is the back of the box art for Fawkes. And I like this angle where you can see it shows the movement of the wings. And then you get that other picture there from the top view, which was one of my favorite views of Hedwig. That really sold me on that one. And I think this one looks really good from the top view as well. Here's the sizing. As you can see, it's about a little over 9 inches long and about 7 inches tall. The final set in this summer or June wave of Harry Potter for 2021 is 76395. This is Hogwarts First Flying Lesson. It includes 264 pieces and will cost about $30. The set includes a golden Professor Quirrell and 2 more of the random wizard tiles. As you can see, there's a bunch of these clear posts pieces here. They look slightly different than normal. It looks like they might have an adjustable section on them or something. But these clear pieces obviously are set up so that the figures can be suspended in the air, which I think is a nice touch. There's the shields from each of the houses there on the outside of the building. Of course, the various Quidditch supplies in there, and it looks like the Remember All is that clear printed minifigure head there. So that's, I think, a really nice piece. Here's the box art, and as you see, like I said, they have these clear pieces here. They have the clear piece that you can put the minifigures on to make it look like they're flying around the building. Here's a close-up of Professor Quirrell. I like the turban that he's got in all gold. It's going to be interesting to see if he has that Voldemort face on the back here. It's got this kind of pink colored tie here, and then overall I think a really nice printing there on the golden minifigure. And then here is a look at the back, and once again this set is designed very modular. So there's different pieces that can come off and it can be rearranged in different configurations, which I think is pretty cool. Got all the Quidditch stuff, so it looks like we have a couple of a quaffle there, maybe some bludgers, a bat, and then of course a snitch. So lots of good accessories here. Here's a close-up of the minifigures. So we have Golden Quirrell, and then Madam Hooch is in this nice dark blue uniform. I think it looks really good. It looks like that might be the softer material of the woven cape, which I think is a good addition there. And then of course we have Malfoy and Neville. Here's the back of the box, which kind of depicts that modular nature. So this is really built in 3 sections, and it looks like the roof pieces can come off. There is an action feature for helping with the flying, so it looks like you can raise and lower one of the students on the end of that clear piece. And then it looks like some more stickers and displays and stuff inside the set. Real quickly, here are the 6 golden minifigures once again. So we have Snape, Hermione, Professor Quirrell, Voldemort, Ron Weasley, and Harry Potter. As I said before, 3 of these sets are already available for pre-order. That includes the Wizard's Chess set, Fawkes, and the buildable Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Harry Potter 2021 Summer Wave. I'm going to get going on my next video, and until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I left a link to my Harry Potter review playlist up here on the screen.